there's a lot of different types of spirits. There's the human spirits, there's negative spirits, there's the spirits that are um like woodland spirits and stuff like that, or elemental spirits and stuff like that. And then there are also spirits that are made by people. Like I think they call them egregores. Like people will have like if you watch anime or something like that, and there's this anime character you really like, and everybody likes this anime character, then some people will worship this character, or some people will make cults about this character, and that's how, and they, in a way, they create this egregore being. Um, so a real, it's not a real like natural like being, and it doesn't have I don't think it can do all the things that other beings can do, but it is. I'm I haven't spoken to any of those, so I don't really know what all of the I guess the consequences or what comes with it. But that's an interesting thing too. A lot of people like to talk to their favorite characters.
That almost
Okay.
sounds like Shintoism. The That's a super Japanese thing where like you almost worship the things around you, or like that's where the uh, fuck, this gets super historical, but like going past like the shogunates of 1800 Japan, that's where they kind of moved to a Shintoism, where they had this revival of spiritual admiration for a supreme authority, and they started to do like this thing where they would look to kind of the spirits and more like basically the Japanese version of paganism, and that's where Shintoism came from. And Shintoism is the belief that it morphed into the belief that your supreme ruler is your god.
Okay.
So, and what
Right.
would so like is you're gonna have to break that down more, Tristan.
Ah, dude, I'm not like an expert on this, man. It's just more of a passive observer of something very interesting that happened. It's just more the Japanese people are super religious and super spiritual people.
Hmm.
Like they're very broad in their spiritual understanding. It's not like Western understanding, where it's either like super strict paganism or super strict monotheism.
Hmm.
Uh, like a lot of East Asian people are super fluid in that,
Okay.
and they understand the idea that like um it's more like Native American people, I guess, where it's just like that spiritual kind of thing, where like the thing of the land, like there's
Yeah. Like
there
everything had a spirit or identity.
exactly. It's not like it's not like polytheism, where
Hmm.
polytheism is like there's a god of this and a god of this and a god of this. It's
Yeah.
even more broad. There's a god of literally everything you can conceive, and then Shintoism is then compartmentalizing those gods into one supreme like authority, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, which is kind of how Christianity was the compartmentalized system of all Hellenic and just European versions of polytheism into one form.
Okay.
It kind of all bleeds into that fact that like spiritualism and everything we feel outside of the norm of what we can like convey with scientific or observational descriptors, there's something more to that. There's something else we can't quite find the words for or quite describe or like have a literal explanation for, and that that's what like Shintoism would be. It's like
Okay.
that extra layer of like no matter how much we compartmentalize things, there's always that extra layer we cannot push past and understand.
Hmm. Do you okay? So for like in that instance, like as far as like when you say that we can't like push past, is that something like what would be the reason I guess behind it? Is it just like our brains can't comprehend, or it's just like it's just out of our realm of understanding?
That's what I think, but like it's open to interpretation because that's where spiritualism and like um being psychic or anything at least in my understanding like falls in. It's just that it's that extra layer that like we do not have the science or understanding to back that up, because there's definitely more to our reality than we can pinpoint.
Hmm.
That is effing weird.